Hello and welcome to Patched. I'm your host Paul James. Today I'm joined by Damo Camilleri. We've already explained Matto's absence. Go and check out last week's episode, RIP.
Yes.
So,
he is a Terminator.
we're talking E3, and maybe we should start with Terminators because they were everywhere. They popped up in Gears 5 and they popped in Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and I have no idea why. Well, I mean, I get it. There's Dark Fate, there's a new movie, yeah.
Yeah.
But get your Terminators out of my Gears of War. Anyway, we're not going to go into a deep dive of all the conferences because there's so much content on the Player 2 website and YouTube that kind of breaks that down.
Definitely check it out. That's how I get my updates when I'm, asleep and everyone's like, "Hey, do you want to 2-3?" And I'm like, "Hey, do I want to have a good sleep cycle?"
I'm just going to go to the E3 hub and check it out because Matt and Paul didn't sleep. So, yeah, go and check out the Player 2 website. Check out the E3 hub. There's a ton of stuff there. And the YouTube channel where I did breakdowns in insider episodes of every single conference that there was. Except for the Devolver one and the Kind of Funny Games showcase because they announced 60 games in 40 minutes and I couldn't keep up. So, we're just kind of talking about the games that basically took our fancy the most from the conference. Mm-hmm. Maybe 3, 4, 5, whatever it ends up being. Damo, what was the thing that took your fancy the most? Was there something that was more breathtaking than anything else?
Took it the most was Link's Awakening.
That's not
because everybody lost their shit at Breath of the Wild 2, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But just seeing
Link's Awakening's your favourite.
Link's Awakening was just like, oh god, this is
and with a release date.
This is so real. It's so real. It's coming.
And actually,
We
spoke last episode about that.
The beautiful thing is they haven't revealed the world of colour, which is so good. If it's there, if it's that thing that
that's from the DX version, right?
Yeah, and because it doesn't say Link's Awakening DX.
No, but nor would it. But yeah, I follow what you mean.
You know what I mean? Maybe it's not there. Maybe it's thing. They're probably everything's probably the same. But there's so many things that what about the hippopotamus's painting? What is it? Oh, we don't know. Is it going to be in the game? It should be. All these things I want to go back and just relive and just...
You being the Link's Awakening fan that you are you getting that collector's edition?
No.
Oh, but with the Game Boy Steelbook...
I'm not a Steelbook person. I want to buy it digitally. I want to have I'm trying to...
Then you'll at least get the amiibo, won't you?
I mean...
Yeah, you will.
Maybe.
I don't know what the hell it's even going to do, but there's an amiibo for it.
Well,
yeah, I'm pretty keen on.
Obviously, there might be a Smash mirror.
Yeah, why not?
Another Link, and will be like, "Whoa, but what?" And it's like
another sword user. Shut up! You just got Banjo Kazooie. Yes.
What? I did love that.
That's one of
trailer.
my favourite parts of E3.
I think my favourite part of E3 was not only that, but the meme compilation of people's reactions to Banjo, and how some streamers were falling off their chairs and shit, and people just added lens flares and explosions to all. Well, it's
shit. when Donkey Kong, Diddy, and King K. Rool sit laying asleep there in the room, and then the Jiggy bounced across the room. I'm like, what's this? That's awesome.
See what I mean? Lens flare on Paul's eyes. No,
and then I'm sitting there going, this can't get any better than this. And then they announced Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah.
Immediately afterwards.
So, talking Botwa 2.
Yeah, Botwa. Yeah.
Some guy says that it's a part of the
Marvel Cinematic Universe.
The child timeline. And this is a correlation to Twilight Princess. So there is a huge possibility that because of Ganon's hole in his chest, which is in the same position that he had
at the end of Twilight Princess,
thing where So
it's a direct sequel to.
Yes, but we're talking timelines.
Yeah, but it's the top of Breath of the Wild is the beginning of the timeline.
What? No,
they've already said that. No, they've already said it even before that.
Yeah, but Nintendo...
I'm pretty sure.
Nintendo announced an official timeline, and then they fucking were like, hey, by the way, this is here. Fuck you.
Well, yeah, anything after the timeline got released, they've got to add in.
Don't shit on it, because if we get... This is a perfect thing, right? Because then you've got the whole Breath of the Wild map, and then Twilight version of it. Perfect.
Sure.
That's how you expand the shit out of that map. you don't, and you add more to it. It's like, oh, you can't go here. Why not?
I mean, give me
There's
Wolf Link
Twilight
again, I'll be
shit.
happy.
Oh, fuck Wolf Link.
Give me Wolf Link. I'm alright with it.
Just give me Linda.
Twilight Princess, MVP.
The fusion dance of Zelda and Link to make Linda.
Ah.
Linda, I'm gonna fuck up Ganon. But no, that was a really cool trailer. I think that,
I saw this great meme, like, why is everyone making a big deal about the fact that you could possibly play as Zelda? We've been playing as Zelda in every game. It's like a whole bunch of links, obviously. It's just the moron that doesn't know who Zelda is.
I love it. I love that shit. You mean Link? What? What Link? I don't have a link for this. I just love Zelda.
You're right, mate.
Yeah, so no.
So far, 2 Zelda games.
Well, no, I didn't Don't put words in my mouth there, mate. Okay. Obviously, Borderlands 3 knocked my socks off.
Was the same demo that was shown at the proper reveal, but they added Moe's into it. So one of the new playable choices at the beginning there, playable protagonists, I guess. He was playable in this one, which wasn't the case in the original build.
Yeah. I mean,
he looks cool.
Really cool. A game that I've
already decided I want
ever
it, so.
expect to see, and wow, touched my heart. Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance Tactics. I was like, sweet.
How good does that look? It's a Final Fantasy Tactics game, basically.
A tactics game with more of Jim Henson's amazing universe in Dark Crystal. Thank you. If I get to hear one Skeksis just go, I'll shed a single tear of joy. Like, oh, fantastic!
Actually,
it caught me off guard. I didn't expect it.
I didn't expect it. Netflix are actually doing some cool stuff when it comes to the games. Like, they've got Stranger Things 3, which is weird that they're calling it Stranger Things 3. I know it's in sync with the upcoming season, which may be up by the time you're seeing this. Whatever. Should be. I think it's the
trailer
week of. It's the week of. They've got that. It's the first game in the series, but they're calling it 3 after the season. Anyway, that, and then Dark Crystal, which is another Netflix thing that's coming out. Like, they're clearly trying to cherry pick their IP that are going to be ripe for the picking, and then create some cool games on it. Because Stranger Things 3 looks like a pretty cool game.
Mm-hmm.
And so does this. I'm really into this. The fact that it's kind of channeling that Final Fantasy Tactics, and we haven't had a Final Fantasy Tactics or a Tactics Ogre, or the closest we've had is this little indie game that came out recently. It's not really getting nearly enough attention, called Fell Seal Arbiter's Mark, which is it's again basically just Final Fantasy Tactics.
Nice.
If you're into those sort of games, pick up Fell Seal. It's available now. And then Dark Crystal looks pretty sweet.
Maybe that'll get an honorable mention. I will just say it though. It is one of my honorable mentions. Destroy All Humans. Again, a remaster, but it's such a fantastic game that I think that I
don't think it's it's like maybe a remake of the original game, or kind of like a franchise reboot. It's just, I don't think it's just the old one. It's
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever it is.
Worst case scenario, it's like the Ratchet and Clank remake / reboot of the other year. It was kind of a remake of the first game, but not.
Yes. Obviously, who wouldn't get hyped for Final Fantasy VII, the greatest Final Fantasy out there? Anybody that says otherwise has AIDS.
I'll cop it. I'll take it.
Yes, he has learning aids, and
I am a teacher. I have learning aids in the room.
You mean I got learning herpes? Yeah, no, Final Fantasy did knock me off my socks.
That looks incredible.
It does. I know people complaining, oh, it's taking so long. It's like, yeah, but how long did it take to build Rome? It wasn't done in a day. So calm your fart. I get it's longer than we wanted, but that's been Final Fantasy for so long now.
We're getting 50, 60 hours of Midgar, which I think's awesome. And they're planning on adding a ton of stuff to it. I'm curious to see how they're going to flesh this thing out. Because, 50, 60 hours for a segment that takes, 10 to 15 maybe, if I recall. It's roughly... Midgar's basically the first disc of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah. It took me a couple of hours.
Yeah, it's not much.
I think it took me 20 because I grinded the shit.
Yeah, and that's probably why I'm blowing that number up in my head, because you grind a bit.
Because obviously, because you know that Aerith dies, so you want You want her.
Spoilers. I think we can't. Do we have to go back to like reference spoilers now for this? Because now there's a whole bunch of people that have never experienced it before who've just had it spoiled. And sorry, but
No, that meme's everywhere. Like, if you don't know...
I hope they like completely subvert expectations and they skewer Tifa instead.
You know...
Or Barrett right through his gun sword.
You know...
No, sorry, gun.
I used to think you were a good person. And then,
well, don't ask me to suggest Red 13 as being the one that they skewer, because that's a disaster. Put it through Kate Sith. And we don't care about Kate Sith. Vincent. I know there's a lot of emo folk that'll crack it with me at that one, but Vincent can die. You can play the whole game without him if you didn't know any different.
Yeah, true.
So who needs him? Just put the sword through him.
He's like a broken character. No More Heroes 3, obviously, was definitely up there with my ooh, I didn't think it was going to come after,
But then you did.
Oh yeah, I did. I didn't think what's it called? Oh, No More Heroes.
Travis Strikes Again.
Yeah, I was like, this is...
They were raising money for this.
Yeah, I know, but it's does that mean, are they going to raise enough money?
Well, they overpriced it, so yes, they did.
No, really? I thought it was pretty cheap.
Wasn't it? Like $60?
And okay, so my final thing... I had a list, because so much has happened since post E3. I don't know if you know, but Matto got turned into a Terminator.
That was pretty tough for all of us.
Tragic.
I can't wait for him to watch this back. When he puts his little tweet up and says, Damo did this, Paul did this, and I was this. Every one of these episodes, and I was a Terminator. I was a T-800 or whatever. What's the best Terminator?
No, I think that's a T-900. No, I don't know. Don't at me. It's been a while since I've watched Terminator, even though I have.
Unless you're Arnold Schwarzenegger, at which point, at him.
Schwarzenegger.
Arnie,
gosh.
at him.
Up
and at him.
Pokemon Sword and Shield. Yeah, it looked absolutely amazing.
Except apparently a tree, and it's got people really upset. I don't know why. Apparently it's just a very low-res looking tree.
Oh no. You mean the game's been released? The
other thing that's upsetting people is the fact that the whole the national decks, what's the global decks is not they're not all going to be in there, not going to be all out in the game, even though they've created this Pokemon Home as a hub that you can store all Pokemon from all games, and you can't bring them across. I don't know.
Okay.
Stop being a dork.
Well, maybe they're just we can't add 1,000 Pokemon.
Sorry, Drew, by the way.
With 70 Bryce. Different gens of move sets and things like that. Maybe this is where they go, okay, we'll limit it to this. So from this, we can kind of start to build towards something else. Not
it's Nintendo cutting corners cost-wise, and I know they have nothing to do with it. This is me taking the piss here. They spent all their money on getting Banjo Kazooie into Smash. They had no money left to get Pokemon up to speed. Sucks that you got a shit game. That I'm really looking forward to. Sword.
Yeah, it looked really cool. The open world kind of stuff, raid battles, things like that.
Dynamax.
That's not something I like, but it's something I'll just deal with. Same as Zebra.
The raids though are cool.
The raids are awesome.
I'm looking forward to raiding.
It's going to be super fun.
As someone who dropped Pokemon Go only 3 or 4 months ago.
Picked up Harry Potter Wizards Unite.
No, didn't go near that, because that would make me an even bigger dork.
That's what he says, people. I've seen his phone. Nothing going on in that world.
Need I take screenshots?
No, please, Paul. We don't want to see any more pictures of your habits. But no, I think E3. There was so much there. If you go through all the PlayStation
that's despite
stuff,
PlayStation wasn't
and you just
doing anything.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it would have been hilarious during E3's conference that I actually did watch. That was one of them I did watch. I did fall
Where's your
asleep.
PS4 controller?
Oh, I think it's on the TV somewhere.
Yeah, there was the concert where they kind of showed off the Final Fantasy release date beforehand and all those sorts of things. Things were buzzing.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, the number one thing, Keanu Reeves. Who cares about Cyberpunk? Let's just talk about Keanu Reeves.
He's breathtaking.
And we're all breathtaking.
And that guy is getting a free copy of the collector's edition.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck that guy.
No.
It was probably wasn't even him. It's just some dude that like he tweeted out afterwards saying, "Hey, I was the one that said you're breathtaking." And CD Projekt Red responds and says, "Oh, we'll give you one." Naturally, 50,000 other people have all come out and said, "Oh, it was me."
Did you see
Too late.
That
dickhead got in first.
The jackets that were going
Yeah, the
for
reversible ones.
Thing, $400. People were trying to flog them for, but then they came out
CDPR
and said, like,
we're going to put them on the store.
don't you dare buy them for this price. It's like,
That's what makes them awesome.
Thank you. You understand that people can be shit, and you are proving that people can be great.
What I want to do is find out who these press or influencer people are that went in there, managed to get themselves a jacket. 'Cause they're only giving away to like people when they went to the behind closed doors demo, which was not for the public.
Yeah.
Which are these dickheads that they've gotten this really awesome little privilege and then are just trying to scalp shit.
You want to oust people?
I'd love to know who those people are.
Wow.
And then use my non-existent platform to try and tear them down. No.
Tear them down. Tear them down.
But how good does Cyberpunk look?
Oh, it looks fantastic. Looks absolutely fantastic. You know, I think there's one game that everybody's not talking about that looks even better. Link's Awakening. Full circle.
Cycling onto mine. Doom Eternal looks awesome.
Oh,
and like Cyberpunk, I spent far too much money on those two because I bought the collector's editions for both. That's on top
Future
of
investments for his child, people.
There's
for his child.
You can get Doom Guy's helmet. Noah will look great with that on his head.
Exactly. And he'll be safe and protected from
demons
and noogies.
I don't know what's worse. Cyberpunk looks awesome. Obviously, we just spoke about it. Doom, the only thing that I didn't like out of what they showed, and I'm sure it's a feature of the game anyways, like, you know how they've got the grappling hook shot sort of thing they've added into this one? They didn't really show how that worked in terms of combat. Like, they showed it in like a platforming sense, and it looks a lot like Celeste. Did you play Celeste at all last year?
No, I watched Celeste get played by a taskbar.
Oh, yeah, okay. Lots of, like, you know, mid-air jumps. Yeah. You're already jumping, and then you hit a little thing that gives you the ability to jump again. And if you hit it again, you string all these awesome jumps together. And they've shown platforming that suggests that sort of idea is available in the game, and you use the hookshot to help facilitate that. But they didn't show how it works in gameplay very much, and I'd love to see how I could maybe like use the hookshot to either maybe latch onto a thing and either pull it to me or me go to it, or whatever it is that ultimately happens.
Maybe that's what they want you to discover. Get
that working in as a part of the whole dance that you go through when you're in one of those arenas and you're just careful, copyright strike. Link's Awakening looks awesome. Breath of the Wild 2
was breathtaking.
It was great. Like, I don't know enough about it. Gears 5 I was really disappointed in. Gears 5 is one of the games I'm looking forward to the most this year, and then they didn't show the campaign. They just showed this 3-player co-op escape mode, which looks quite cool.
Yes.
But like, that's not what you should be showing at E3.
No.
The campaign is what people still buy Gears for. As good as Horde mode is, as good as hopefully this escape mode is, as good as what Team Deathmatch is, people are there for other reasons. So give us those other reasons. But anyway, don't know what else really.
Battletoads?
Obviously Final Fantasy VII is... That's speaking of collector's editions, I wanted to order that first class edition. Still, no one's listed in Australia yet, and it's making me antsy.
What
It's the first class edition.
For what?
Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently it popped up on JB Hi-Fi for like 10 minutes, but there was no pre-order now button there available. Dash and Buddy from Dash Culture, they both work at JB's and managers or whatever status they are, and they said, yeah, don't read too much into that. It's probably not actually been available to pre-order in Australia, but I need to find a way to get that. It's driving me up the wall. I spent far too much money this E3, and I still want to spend more. But look, no, there was plenty of cool games there. Luigi's Mansion 3 is the shit.
My God, that
and Gooigi. Oh, brilliance. Gooigi. I know they already introduced him with the DS remaster, of the original game. You hear about that?
No.
So they introduced Gooigi into the 3DS remaster of the first game, and then introduced it as some sort of Professor Egad, the doctor, little crazy doctor dude.
Egad.
He created him it's like some weird time traveling thing. Like Luigi's come from the future back into the first game, and then that's how they justify making sense in the third game. Like, it's just ridiculous.
That's fantastic.
I can't remember what they said he was made out of. It was something ridiculous. Google what's Guigi made of.
What's Guigi made of?
they did. There was a question that came up, and there was an answer. But he can't touch water. He just falls apart if he hits water.
Yes.
So there's restrictions to the ultimate being.
Okay, just a couple of my before.
Go for it.
We have to. So honourable mentions are obviously Ori and the Will of Wisp.
But February next year.
Yes. Oddworld, Soulstorm.
Yep.
Mwah. Need more of that in my life. Minecraft Dungeons, which I thought was really cool.
I was actually surprised as a Minecraft hater. It looked pretty neat.
I'm more than happy. Marvel Avengers, kind of cool, kind of. I don't know what I want from it, so I'll wait until I see more. But still, it did capture me a little bit. Like I went, oh, brother. Kill the Kill If, I think, or IF. Just me. John Wick hacks.
Hey, that's made by a really talented developer.
That's cool,
That'll be fine.
but it's on iOS, so.
And regular platforms, I'd imagine.
So far, this has not.
I'm pretty sure it is. But anyway,
Hollow Knight Silk Song, because
Hollow Knight's one of the games of the year last year.
Man, that is something. I feel really bad that I'm not engaging you guys well, and I'm doing the thing.
Dragon Quest Builders 2.
Oh, Fire Emblem. We got more Fire Emblem stuff, which is phenomenal, and so that counted in my updates that you are now listening to. That's the Fire Emblem port right there.
You obviously mentioned Borderlands 3 before, right into that, but and you heard me talk about it in the last episode where I was replaying the first. I'm about to get back into the second and pre-sequel again. Get me more of that. Ni no Kuni 2 is being remastered. It's coming to Switch and PS4.
Thank God.
Did you play Ni no Kuni?
Not yet.
No, you wouldn't have, because you didn't really have a PS3.
No, but it's on the Switch now.
Time to fix that with the Switch version.
Yeah.
So, or in my case, the PS4 version, because trophies.
Yeah.
There's some cool games coming up. And one that took my fancy, it's coming out next year, Gods and Monsters, comes from the Assassin's Creed Odyssey team. It's this kind of, it looks very Assassin's Creed cross Breath of the Wild, in terms of the art style and all those sorts of things. So it's doing some pretty cool stuff in that regard. There's some cool games coming on the way, and then there's this little thing called the Xbox Scarlet that they officially revealed. Oh, and sorry, the last game, The Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds
comes from Obsidian, did Fallout New Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Which I hate Fallout, but The Outer Worlds looks schmick.
And then he'll play it, and it'll be broken.
No, it won't be broken
because it's Obsidian.
Well, yeah, they do have a bad track record in that regard, but I won't hate a game because it's broken.
What?
I'll hate a game because it's shit.
Fallout New Vegas is pretty fine.
Yeah, we know it's just Fallout that doesn't do it for me. I think we've kind of established that in the end, that I just can't get into
other Obsidian game that everyone loves.
South Park: The Stick of Truth.
Was that Obsidian?
Yeah.
No shit.
But I assume you're getting at Pillars of Eternity, the more recent one.
The what?
Nope, not Pillars of Eternity. What else have they made that you'd be... Alpha Protocol.
No idea. I'm just going to play games, and that's what we should all do to keep Paul in business. And the player too.
Yeah, if only I was making money from it. Any other little games that...
I mean, there's heaps of things that dropped, like Contra was what? Out of the blue, the Mana collection.
Can we highlight the fact that yes, that exists?
Yeah.
They've officially Englishified. That's an official term.
And for $60 for those games.
The third game, they never released outside of Japan, except for this guy who got the fan translated one that was put on a cartridge while he was honeymooning in France, and it was probably the most exciting thing from that trip. And Angelica hates that fact. My face just exploded when I saw that. She was not impressed with me at all. And
look, the Eiffel Tower. Paul's still
but I've
staring
got
at the
this.
game.
It's never been released outside of Japan.
Oh, look, there's a human-sized croissant, and it's crapping out unicorns. Paul still looking at the game.
And now they're remaking it, and it's coming next year. That's awesome.
Ah, okay. So wait, is it in the collection?
It's in the collection, and they're remaking the third one and putting it out next year.
I'm down with that stuff. I think I actually might get that collection too. I never got really around to playing the...
Available now on your Switch. For, like I said, $60.
Yeah, didn't think... My biggest surprise was Banjo. I didn't think we'd get Banjo as a Smash character. I think it's fantastic. Poor hero, though.
Well, no, I mean, like, if you take a look at YouTube traffic, the hero's gotten way more attention, but that's because of Japan.
Yeah.
Dragon Quest is the biggest thing in the world out there.
Yeah. So
they have national public holidays.
So is that another fighter? Is that part of the fight? Or is
the hero's part of it, but there's like all four of them. It's kind of, I think maybe it works in a similar sort of fashion to the Pokemon trainer. That's how I interpret it. I could be wrong, but that's how I interpret it.
I thought it was just skins. But
it could be.
I mean, I don't know. I was like, that's cool. That's two fighters though. Like, I was like, oh. But it's great to see another Japanese character appear in Smash, and a Western one, like,
which has never happened until just then.
Yeah. So
as an actual fighter,
that's cool. So that's that's three fighters, isn't it, of the first five?
So, okay, where did Incineroar? Was Incineroar in the main release?
Yes.
Okay, so
and Pete was not a part of the five.
Yeah, he was early access sort of thing.
So that's three of them.
Three of their five, and they'll do another round, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's what he said. This is part one. This fighter pass is part one of.
So you just got to do. You get Smash out in the first year of release, and then you just keep releasing more Smash stuff until the thing's done.
Yeah.
And then the next game you call it Smash Ultimate 2, and it's already got all those people, and you add 50 more characters.
Yep.
And you just get Nathan Drake in there. Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot.
Let's do it.
What, on Smash?
Let's make it happen.
Or what's like Goku happen? I'm telling you, if Krillin gets an
no Goku,
hands down, will lose my shit. Fucking buy that DLC for all my friends that don't have it. Like, I'll be like, have to play Krillin, brov. I want 8-player smashes of nothing but Krillin on stage. And I know there are those people that did the Dragon Ball Z Smash game, which was fantastic. It looked great. And it was all the fun in the world, but, you know, at the same time, it's not official.
That's our Games of E3 done. Damo, you're on Twitter. Where are you?
I am at Tacos Talks.
Paul James Games, the website's Player2AU. Send your RIPs to Matto_Phil.
If you don't, Skynet will get you.
Website's player2.net.au. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/player2au. Kicking a few bucks, you'll help the dream to grow. Like, share, and subscribe. And also podcast services. 5 stars, our subscription. Steal your friend's phone. Subscribe on their thing as well. Do it on multiple podcast services, so whether it's Apple Podcasts, Spotify,
Is it on
Stitcher,
Google Podcasts now?
No, but I need to just log into my VPN, go overseas, and then to do it, because it's apparently not a thing out here, so you can't even you can't even link them. So I'll just log onto a VPN and do it.
Fair enough.
So yeah, that's it.
There may be a possibility of ads on yours as well, because
Maybe.
I know there is. Oh, have a good one.
Business stuff. We'll see you next time.